Hello, my friends, and welcome to a Christmas craft along with me. My name's Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm just checking to make sure we are live. I do see everything here. So as you're coming on, please give me a comment and let me know that you're here. I want to see if I can see my comments. Just a minute. There we go. There we are. All right. Well, welcome. I hope that you will enjoy the cards that I have for you. This is a craft along, meaning once you have your kit, you can come back and craft right along with this video. The other part of it is maybe you already have all the products at home and you want to create these projects. I'll give you the measurements as we go along and what we need, and you'll be able to create these on your own. Who is with me? I am looking to see if anybody has commented here. Do not see anybody. I see someone's here, but I'm not sure who it is. If you are watching the replay, again, I'm going to do a class that you can do on your own at home, or I have the kits available. There's information that's in the what do I want to say? In the link in the comment box. You can go there and find out the information. But this class, it's $25, or it's free if you put a $50 order in with me. So, all right, I am just glad that you stopped by. Let me know if you're here with the replay or live. Oh, hi, Sue DeVue. And we're going to get started, okay? So let's go ahead. Now, if you're catching this as a replay, this is like it shows in the comments right above here, July of 2026. So all the product I'm using is current online exclusives right now. However, you can do these projects with any Christmas sentiment set that you might have. The kits that I have that if you wanted to purchase, they have everything you need except for your inks, your dimensionals, all the basic things, and then a sentiment set for Christmas sentiments. Or, as you'll see, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down and show you what you need to create these projects. All right. So I have all the things here. You might have saw it pop up right at the beginning of the video. But I have everything here that we need, and I will let you know that we'll be using in the cards for today. I use the Stitch Stocking dies and the Stitch Stocking stamp set. This does come as a bundle. There is a whole suite if you like to purchase the suite. But that is what I use today. Anything that is die cut or embossed in the projects today, those will be done for you. Like I said, you'll just need a sentiment set. And if you have this bundle, you can use these. That's what I'm using in the 4 projects today. The other things that we're using today will be the ribbon that comes in the suite. It's called, let's see here, it is called Real Red White Rouge. No, that's just the color. It says Stitch Ribbon. That's all it says. But it's very, very easy to work with. It's not heavy, stiff. It's a great, great ribbon. I am going to be using some of the Real Red Peppermint dots. These are the buttons that are in the suite, and they are like, they have like a sparkle around the outside, and they're a little bit translucent when you put them on. Adhesive back mini Christmas buttons. All right, so we're using those. The 3 ink pads I'm using today are Old Olive, Peaceful Pine, and Secret Sea, and that's because they coordinate with this fabulous paper here. So let me just get my stuff together over here. There. Here are my basics. my inks. We're also going to do a project with this fabulous paper. Have you guys seen this sparkle paper? Let me see if I can get it in here and see if you can get the sparkle. There it is. See the twinkle sparkle? This is beautiful in person, and this is called Shimmering Stripes 12 by 12 specialty paper. And then, of course, we are using the designer paper, A Stitch Season, which is 12 by 12, and we're going to use several of the designs in the packet. And I want to show you all of these things today. Well, hello, everybody. Hi, Maria. Hi, June. Hi, Taryn. Thanks for being here. Let me see if I missed anybody. So I wanted to show you all of these products because my blessing box for the month of July will be, and I'll show you the samples here in a minute, or at the end. I'll show you the samples that I'm going to be using for the July blessing box. And if you don't want to do Christmas in July, I also will be offering all of Flutter Bundle blessing box. So you can let me know if you want the Christmas box or the butterfly box. And those of you that are get those from me monthly, I will need to know which one you want to do. But for tonight, we're doing some Christmas cards in July. How is everybody doing? Thank you for being here. All right, let's pull in the very first card. Let me get what I need here. Grab my stuff. I got that. Okay. I'm downstairs is where my craft room is at, and it's chilly. And so I have my long sleeves on. So hopefully you can see everything. I'm looking at my, yeah, it looks all right. I was looking at I have it pulled up on my phone to see how things look. So I think I'm going to get off of there. Just a minute. There we go. All right. All right, here we go. So the first card that we're going to do is using this design of the paper, and I might do this I'm doing this a little differently. Okay, you can see that layer. This is just a sample I came up with, but I'm going to do it, tweak it a little bit, so it's not going to be exactly like this, but I wanted to share that with you. And here are all the parts and pieces. I'll give you the measurements, but if you decide that you want to purchase the craft along, it's $25 or free with a $50 order. Okay. If you already put an order in with me, you'll be getting that free. A couple people have already given me an order of 50, and so this is going to be for free. So here's what we're going to use instead. We're going to use a stylish shaped circle, and I'm going to give you all the measurements. Okay, your card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. The designer paper that you'll have is going to be 3 3/8 by 5 1/8. Old olive to layer is going to be 5 1/4 by 3 1/2, and then your inside layer for your sentiment. Hello, Sue. Your inside layer is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay. So that's for your pieces that you will need if you're doing this yourself. If you get the kit, the kit, it's all going to be done for you. All right, let's go ahead. We're just going to grab the adhesive here. Here's the other side of that paper. Lots of Christmas choices. I almost put that adhesive on that side, you guys. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. I've got 4 cards for you here. That'll give you some ideas. And again, blessing box for July will be this suite, which is the stitched stocking bundle, and using all the other things. I have the samples I'll show you after we're done here, so you will want to stick around for those. If you're watching the replay, of course, you can go back and make all of these cards yourself. if you have the supplies at home. This is for the inside. Again, that 4 3/4 by 3 3/4 basic white for your inside. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our sentiment on the stylish shape. So let me grab the sentiments here. I think the one that's going to fit is the Merry Christmas to You and Yours. So that's what we're going to use. I do not have it on my block yet. So let's see. Oh, maybe I do. Ha, I told a fib. I do have it. It's on the block right here. Okay, so I am going to be using the Old Olive for this one. Now, of course, you could use the red. You can use real red, but for the 4 cards that we're doing tonight, I'm using Secret Sea, Old Olive, and Peaceful Pine. So this one is going to be the Old Olive to coordinate. And let's see here, how do I want to do this? 1, 2, 3. Let's just go right in the middle here. Merry Christmas to You and Yours. Started with the easy card, easier card, I guess. None of the cards are really hard. Some just have a little more involvement than others. I'd be curious how many of you already have this set right here, the stitch stocking set. Wait till you see the samples for the blessing box. I think they're great. Of course, I always think my ideas are great. Don't you guys? When you guys stamp, don't you think, oh, I like that idea. That's great. You should. You should. If you don't, you should. All right. This is super easy. This is going to mount right on the front, just like so. Now you have a little extra red on the left and the right. You can see that. Okay. We're going to do that. We're going to find my dimensionals here. We're going to pop this up here and here, and I thought I had more cut. I've got my mini dimensionals here, and then I've got all these, I need some bigger pieces, so let's just cut these around the edges. You guys use all yours, I'm sure. All of your parts and pieces on that sheet, because it's all double stick, right? Okay, we're going to take the Merry Christmas here, and we're going to just kind of, let's see, maybe we're going to bring it right up here. We're going to cover up that one design, or maybe we'll do this. I think I'm going to go this way. Yes. I'm going to go on the left and cover up that other one here. Just like that. Okay, that's what we have so far. Now, we're going to take some of this yummy ribbon that is in the suite, and I actually have a piece cut already. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to tie a knot, and we are going to put this in the centers here, and put that on with mini glue dot. Well, actually, let me just cut them apart. Sue, you told yourself that I have enough Christmas papers, but then I saw it. Enough said. Sue, you know what? I think we're all kind of in that same dilemma. Seriously. Seriously. All right, so there's one, and I want one more up there. Now, this is just giving you an idea. I will tell you that the buttons in this suite, they are a little big and bulky, so if you're looking to mail Christmas cards, instead of using the buttons, this is the way to go, is using the ribbon, because it can flatten down much flatter than those buttons will. When you see those buttons, you'll understand. So, all right, and I'm going to do one more, and I'll show you how I change my thinking on this, so you can see why I chose to go on the over here. So let's get these put on our card. So it seems so crazy. It's beautiful, hot, sunny weather here in Michigan. And so it seems kind of weird doing Christmas cards, but you know, Christmas in July, we always love doing Christmas in July, right, you guys? And this suite is awesome. And so that is why I decided to do this craft along. I haven't done one in quite some time. I'm hoping that I'll be able to be more consistent in being live and sharing things and just a lot with this year coming up. So, and my thought is to put this one right here so that we have 3 of those going on. I think this one's a little bit too long. I'm not digging that one there. So let me do that. And let me cut this a little bit. Yeah, I didn't like how long that bow was. Same thing over here. I got to cut this a little shorter. So concentration here, because I don't know why I can't cut. All right, so there's that. And again, you'll have all the parts and pieces for your project. So there is what we have for the first card. Now, this is how I had done, I also made it this way, where you have the bows in each of the white, and then this I cut off the bottom part to you and yours, and I changed that up. So there are a couple options how you could create this card with your sentiment. This is the card. You'll have these parts and pieces in your kit if you purchase the kit. All right, so there's card number 1, and I had an envelope here. Here it is. So let's put that in here. Now the second card, we are going to use some of this fantastic paper, and I'm going to show you about how this stocking die works. Let me pull this out, show you this. And I've put mine on magnets. So there are the first bunch of dies, and here is the second. They're all in the bundle. You'll see that you've got 2 different dies here. You've got an outline die of the stocking. Then you have this design piece that's in this that fits kind of right in here, and these 2 pieces can replace this one. What else? You've got this piece that's separate. I have one of these cut out here. I can show you. Can you see that? That's with the sparkle paper. I don't know if the sparkle paper will show up, but I was hoping it might show up on there. You can see the sparkle a little bit. Anyway, that's a pretty cool die. And then you've got the tree die here, and it cuts out tiny little trees, and I think I have some of those laying over here too. Yep, I sure do. You grab a couple of those. There's a tree, and there's a tree. I just had a couple of those left, but yeah, they're pretty tiny. And then I don't have any leaves yet, but we have a project with the leaves, but here are the berries. Those are already die cut. So anyway, and we'll have a project using this piece. So that is what the dies look like. Okay, so we are going to use the stocking die. All right. Our next card is fabulous. So I love it. It's a little more involved, but look at this. Make sure I don't have any pieces there. Isn't this great? And then here you have the sparkle the sparkle paper, the shimmer stripe paper. And then we've got that on this part here too. And here are the holly leaves and the berries. So let me show you how we did this card. See if I can put this there and here so you can see that card. Okay, There we go. All right, I've got all my die cutting done, so I didn't have to do that on the screen. But you use your die, and what you're going to do is, let me see, did I put that in here? I thought I put one in here. Hang on. Let me see. I thought, oh, it's in the other card. Okay. I'll show you in the other card when we get there, but you'll see. What I've done is I have cut the pieces from this die. Let me grab it. For this die right here, I ran it through with the sparkle paper, and I cut out the label. That's one of the dies. I cut the label die, and it fits for the top of the stocking here. That's with the sparkle paper also, and I'm going to show you more about this whole die in our last card. Okay. All right. Now, here's what we got going on. Now I'm warm, and so I'm going to give me a second. I'm going to take off my long sleeves. That's a pretty. Oh, thank you, Sue. All right. So this, of course, this is a retired folder, but many of you might have it. You still might have it. It was with some last year's stuff. But anyway, you'll have this embossed for you. I loved it, and I thought, you know what? We're using it because I know you guys have things just like I do. And so use it. Peaceful Pine, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's just basic white. So let's go ahead. That's going to be the next layer. The next layer that we are putting on the front of our card base, with a little bit of Peaceful Pine all the way around. Okay. You have the folder. I know it, Lynn. That was a nice folder. You could do some fun things with that. All right, I have taken the large die and cut out the stocking. Okay, so I think what we're going to do at this point, I'm going to set this aside. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and glue my inside piece, and the inside on this one is 4 by 5 1/4. So let's go ahead and get that on the inside, just so I don't have pieces hanging around. All right, right in the inside, just like that. Okay. All right, so there's our base. Now let's build our stocking here. Okay, so I have all these little pieces that I've done. I've got the holly and the berries here. There we go. And then, like I said, I had pre-cut the stocking and then cut these pieces out. And I will show you this. on the last card. I'll show you the whole thing and how to cut these. They're so easy. It's really fantastic. So let's go ahead and put this down. And these will fit right. I mean, you can't hardly mess up. So you just shift it around until you find where it fits the best. And that's where you glue it. Okay? Got to come up a little higher on that curve. Why am I having a hard time? But I promise you that is how it works. Or am I on the wrong one? Yes, I'm on the wrong one. This is the heel. See how this fits here perfectly? Just come down right there. Okay, that's the heel. I was trying to put it on the toe. And here is the toe. All right. I was looking at Sue's items that are in your collections. Yes, Sue, we have a lot of collections, don't we? All right, here we go. And again, you guys, just take this, and all you do is go around until you find it fit perfectly and on the edges there, and that's where it goes, right there, just like that. Maybe I didn't get it all the way around. Maybe it needs to come up some. Okay. Well, there we go. We got our toe, actually, yep, toe and our heel. All right, got that. Now we have our label, which is like the fluff on the top of the stocking. And now that stitched sparkle, I don't know. Can you guys, I'm going to bring this up close because I just think this is unbelievable. I hope you guys have some of this. When you get the kit, you will see how phenomenal it is. All right, so that's just going to fit right on top of that stocking. All right, just like that. Super easy. Then let's go ahead and I'm going to use some glue dots. I'm going to use mini glue dots to put my holly leaves on here. And oops, grab that. And we'll put one right there. Actually, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to put this one here. Just like that. And this one, come a little towards the bottom on that. And let's get that kind of right there. Now this is this little tiny guy here. That is, I would say, use your green glue if you're a green glue person, whatever works for you. But I've got my little tiny tip bottle here, so I'm just gonna smear some around and grab that. Just hoping not to get lots of glue on myself. Let's see. I never know how to do these berries, to be honest with you. So I think I'm gonna sticking to my fingers. How should we do the berries? I'm just gonna put them like on there. Okay, so there we are with our little stocking. It's all done on this project. Now we're ready to put this onto the card. So let's do it. Now here's one side of that paper, the opposite side. I love this paper. It really does remind me of quilting so much. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it at an angle here, just because stockings usually are at an angle, right? We're going to do that. And then I have my piece here. Now this piece is, I believe, 1 inch by 1, 2, 3.5. And we're just going to stamp. I'm using the Peaceful Pine, and I'm going to be using, I know this one's not on a block. Whoops, wrong thing. Over here. Sending Warm Wishes This Christmas. There. Let me just check something else here. Merry Christmas and hang on. Let's use this other one. Or do I have the right one? Yeah. The other one says Merry and Bright. Let me see. The other stamp says Merry and Bright. It says, may all your days be merry and bright, sending warm winter wishes. We're going to use that one. You can use whatever one you have. And you may not even have this stamp set. So use whatever sentiment you have that's going to work. Okay. There we go. Peaceful Pine. The sparkle paper is stunning in person. It sure is, Sue. I'm telling you. It's one of the coolest papers I think we've had, in honesty. So, all right. Sending warm winter wishes. We're going to use Peaceful Pine, and let's stamp that just like that. Beautiful. And then clean my stamp so I don't get in trouble. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut this, you guys. You can take your cutter and make it straight, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm going to come over here and try to make one nice swoop like that. We're going to pop this up with dimensionals. Who Who else is on here? I see several on here. So, thank you for being here if you're just joining me. Thanks for being here. We're on our second card. You can go back and watch the replay. This is a kit that you can purchase for $25 or it's free with your $50 order. And that will be going on, I didn't come up with a date, but usually about a week. So until next Sunday, my next live. All right, so I'm going to just come right down. We're going to come to the edge. I think I tipped it a little too far, but it'll be all right. So we're going to come over here, just like that. And then, excuse me, we're going to take our little peppermints, and we're going to take a large one here. And just find a spot in your die cut where you have a smooth area. And there should be several here that will work for you. Let's see, we're going to do one there and one here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go here. And we'll do our tinier one here. There's 3 sizes on your little peppermints here. And then this one, we're going to take that one and just put it right up here. So there is card number 2. Pretty easy to use this die set. It's so nice. There is card number 2. See that? Yep. All right. There you go. Okay. Card number 3. Let's put that here. Card number 3. I love the cardinals in this. Hi, Nancy. Thank you. This is card number 3. Okay. Excuse me. So let me grab all the parts. This is actually using Basic Beige, Pecan Pie, and then Basic Beige is our card base, and again that is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I didn't have this one folded already, so let me do that with the bone folder here. Okay. There's that. We're going to be stamping on this piece. It's just a scrap, a 1-inch scrap. And the designer paper we're using, again, that's the dots that we use for the stocking. This is 1.5 by 4 1/4. And that is going to, this is going to go this way, this one here. Let me move these. And let's just put that down as we're going here. That's going to go right over here. And it will, let's see, we'll leave a little less over here. There we go. Try to get it straight. All right, there we go. Now this piece, I'm going to tell you. Let me grab the paper. I want you to see this. Let me grab, see if I can have any of the quilting paper left here. A little piece, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Hang on. I want you to see this so that when you cut this if you cut this out on your own, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So this is the whole sheet with all these fabulous designs, okay? Now I want you to take a look. You will see that I have this skinnier here than this. And that's because when you start cutting this out, and let's say you want this corner piece, all right? And you want to have all this right here. So when you do that, you're going to cut down to there, and you don't have this nice border around to use on another card. So anyway, as I was cutting these, let me grab this. I decided the way that I wanted to cut my pecan pie, you will see that this side, this little border is skinnier than the top and the bottom. That's all. No big deal, but anyway. And the reason for that is, well, let's see, this is 3 3/8 by 3 5/8. So you cut it how you want. If you want to make the top and the bottom skinny, you can do that too. So that's that designer piece, and the pecan pie is a 4 by 3 3/4. So my pecan is 3 3/4 by 4, and then I made this to have just a little bit around. Let me see here, so that this would fit all around the edges. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Here's our card. I kind of pulled it out of the screen there. Okay. Let's put this down. Here's your other side of these quilted pictures here. So let's do that. It looks pretty even. And then this is going to be flat, and so I'm going to place this onto this piece here. Thanks, Maria. Glad you like it. All right, so this is going to come over here. Now, you can see how this has the green. That's what coordinates. So your kit will have whatever coordinates with your 4 pieces that'll be in your kit if you purchase the kit. Okay, so that is going to go right there, just like that. Super easy. And then I have got a piece right here. I'm going to make a faux bow, which is basically you just make a loop, kind of a big loop, and then another big loop. All right, and I'm going to pull that a little more, and a little more. There we go. And so I think I'm going to go the opposite way, because these don't have these have the pattern, and these are just kind of backgrounds. So I'm going to put my bow this way, the opposite way that I have my sample. Okay, I'm going to do that so that the red goes onto these little designs, and I can still see my other designs here. I'm going to actually continue holding that as I maneuver and get a little piece of tear tape. We're going to start over. I should have had a piece of this already tore off. It's very, very nice to use the tear tape to hold these down, but anyway, I kind of got it already, so it's not too bad. All right, there we go. There we go. And so now all I'm going to do is take my tear tape, and I'm going to lay that down here in the center to hold that in place. That's what it's for. That's what I got it for. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And again, I'm going to use the Merry Christmas, excuse me, and the Peaceful Pine. I guess, well, this is the red. You could use the Old Olive or the red, or the Peaceful Pine is right here. Let's just use the Peaceful Pine since I have it open already. All right, Merry Christmas to you and yours. And let me get up here and stamp that. Hope my head isn't in. Oh, I did. I just saw my head was kind of in the way. Sorry about that. You know how it is. You got to get your head over there so you can see what you're doing. Get it straight. All right. Now, let's go ahead and, again, just eyeball. That's what I'm doing. We're going to go for it. And there we go. Boom. Just like that. A couple of dimensionals here, and let's get this on the front, and this card is done. So now, because this is such a light neutral to stamp on the inside, there's no inside piece. So this is just going to go right here, and look at that, looks just like a fantastic bow, doesn't it? There we go. All right, look at that. And there is card number 3. Again, all you need is a sentiment if you get the kit. So there is one going the opposite way. All right. Okay, let's take a look at our next card. So this last card I love. And I am going to grab a couple things here I need this one. And I'm putting it on the block. That, and this one says the warm wishes, and the other one says may all your days be merry and bright. Maybe we'll do, I'm going to use may all your days be merry and bright, since I have, and I'm going to stamp it on the inside of my card. So let's see here. Did you guys see what I did here? You see how I drew around on the hard plastic piece? I love this, because then all my stamps will fit right on here, and all I have to do is look for the outline it goes with, and it's fabulous. So that is my fantastic tip I learned from somebody else. I will be honest with you. Some other demonstrator did that, and I thought, oh, that is fantastic. And I have really liked that idea since I've done that. All right, so the next card is using the Secret C. And here is what we're making. It's kind of a fun fold, but kind of not. I don't know. I guess you could call it a fun fold. But look at, it's using the sparkle paper. I hope it's sparkling for you. And it's using some buttons and this beautiful snowflake. And I'm using cloud cover with the Secret C. And I kind of messed up right here. I was darker than I wanted, but we're going to fix that in the next one. So isn't that gorgeous? I don't know that you guys can see that sparkle, but man, I love this card. So what I want to show you is, let me pull all these pieces out here. So you have, let me grab, I don't want to lose my little circles I've punched out, okay? That's what I'm getting at. Okay, remember I said I'm going to show you about this stocking? All right, see these stitches in the stocking? And see how it almost falls apart here? See how they're, you know, very loose and like that? So you can cut these apart very easy. You're going to get a whole, in this kit, this whole piece will be done. And what you're going to do is you're basically just going to cut this piece off and then your toes and your heels for your other card that we started out with. It does, Nancy. I love this. Wait till I show you all the other samples. I was having fun designing, and I did use the stamps, and I hope you guys will be excited about how I use the stamps. So, all right, so what do we have here? You're going to need, if you're doing this on your own, you're going to need a piece to cut out this whole stocking kind of thing, or basically you need this. And you know, and then I have this piece, again, this is the die. You'll have this piece die cut for you. And then I should have 3 circles here somewhere. And if I don't, I'm going to need to get my little circle punch, because I'm not seeing that third, I'm not seeing for the third button here. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. Well, if it's, I don't know where it's at. So let me tell you your measurements, okay? So your cloud cover, this is 7.5 by 5.5, and this is scored at 3 3/4 or 4 1/4. Okay, whichever way you want to score it. You can lay it in there and do it at 3 1/4, or you can just do it this way and score it at 4 1/4. Okay, like your normal card, whichever. So It may already be scored for you, you guys, in your kits. So if you're making it at home, I wanted to make sure you had that information. So there's that. You have a piece of basic white, and this is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. You have a piece of the snowflake designer paper, which is 5 1/4 by 3. You have another strip of the designer paper, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And then you'll have a stylish shaped die, square. Oh, there's my third one. Look, there it is. I knew I had punched and put him in here. You will have a Secret C stylish shaped square, and this is the 2-inch square. Okay, so there's all your measurements. All right, so here's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and put our pieces together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, move this here so you can see what I'm doing. Move these over. Let's get some adhesive, and we're going to put this down on the front of our card base. Okay. And that's going to go right on the front of the cloud cover, giving yourself an equal amount all the way around. Just like that. And then this piece is going to, well, let's do this one first. I'm going to put the white inside. No, we're going to do the strip. Wasn't sure which order to do this. We're going to do the strip first, okay? And just like that. And I'm going to turn it this way just so it's easier for me to line up and get the border around the outside. I'm doing a little bit skinnier border than, you know, on the sides here. Let me pull this down. I'm too tall there. There we go. Match that up there and there. Okay. Sorry, my head's kind of in the way, you guys. Sorry. Okay, just like that. All right, now we're ready. This is going to go on the inside, but I'm thinking I want to stamp on it first in case I have to turn it over and re-stamp. So we're going to go with our Secret C, and we are going to stamp "May all your days be merry and bright." And I'm just inking this up with my Secret C. Whoop, my R is not. I think there's something on my R that I need to get off here. So, 1 second. Looks like there's a piece of paper or something there. Oh. All right. I don't know. That was weird. Let me see. Yeah, it's like, oh well, I'm going to stamp it and see what it looks like. All right, may all your days be merry and bright. And that's going to go like right there. Yeah, it's kind of funky. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that on my other stamping. Oh well, let's see what's going on. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it was something. It was like something sticky right in there. Okay, well, this is okay because we're going to go ahead and we're going to, I need a scrap paper here. We're going to do some faint snowflakes around my words here. So, ink it up. Now, you could use cloud cover and stamp off if you wanted to, and you could do that here. That's kind of a nice idea. But if you don't have cloud cover, stamp off. And we're going to stamp and ink up, stamp off, and it's still a little bit dark, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp there, and then in the inside just stamp the third time. You can do what you want. You know, I just wanted to have the snowflakes kind of going across, so I'm going to do this and actually come over here and kind of come off the page. And let's do this. Come over here and there. Whatever. Kind of a flight of snow going around. I don't know that I really like that, and I really don't like that. So that's why I said we're going to turn it over. And yeah, we're going to stamp it on the other side. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to stamp off twice. I'm going to, because that was still too dark for me. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to just, let's do that. That's a lot better. The lighter it is, so that's double stamping off. And let's do that. And I don't know. I'm just having fun, okay? Being creative, it's called. Being creative. So there, I have it. It's a lot lighter and it's a lot better. So there we go. Anyway, and here's my sentiment again. Let's try that, especially now that I have that little piece of whatever that was on my R was making it look funky. So let's do this, and we're going to do that. There we go. So you can read it, and you've got some nice butterflies, snowflakes going around. I love that drawing on the plastic tip. Drawing on the yes, the plastic. Yes, Nancy, that was one of the best tips that I don't remember who it was because I was watching a bunch of other people on how they were, you know, storing their you know, new way that we get our stamps and everything. And I came across somebody that did that and thought, oh my, that is the easiest thing and genius. So I just have a black Sharpie here with all my goodies, and that is what I do. So, all right. So that is done, and so let's go ahead and add that to the inside of our card. Yeah, see, stamp off twice. That was way better, stamping off twice. Whoops, that's that one. Here is our card. Okay, now this is going to go on the inside, and I'm just going to line it up, and just so that I have a little bit of the white, you know, little piece in the middle, we're going to do that. Let me see, because I want a little bit of, oh, the snowflake shows over here. I guess it shows up there too. Oh, you know what? My square will be there, so I'm good. Okay. Da-da-da. All right. So that's what we got. So now you'll see that this is a wider piece. I decided that's where this comes in. I'm going to see what it looks like with this piece. If I don't like it as much, you'll get a wider piece. How's that? But I thought the label was kind of cool with this. Now let's go ahead and cut this. My paper scissors, where are you? Over here. I have ribbon scissors and paper scissors, so I wanted paper ones. All right, I want to show you, see how this comes apart right here. This is so, I mean, it's barely hanging on, so all you have to do is cut that tip right there, just like that, and then come over here and cut this one. And there you go, okay? That's what we're using. Now, same thing with these. All you do is there's just barely connected right there at those tips, and you just cut those apart for the other card if you get the kit, or you do it on your own, whichever way. That's what you do. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, let me see, okay. And we're going to just put some adhesive down in the corners. Okay, you'll notice I'm using my silicone mat, which I absolutely love to do these kind of, you know, when it's little things and it gets sticky on the outside maybe. I like having my mat down here. Okay, there's that. And this fits beautifully inside the Stylish Shape square. Not the one that's in the die. This is from Stylish Shapes, okay? Then you can see these pieces here. You can take them. You can actually kind of fold them up. You could take some mini dimensionals and pop those in there if you wanted to. But see there how that just pops right up and it looks so cool. All right, so let's take this. We're going to lay this down flat. And let's put that right to the edge here, because our square is actually going to cover that. See that? Beautiful. Well, let's see. If I come all the way over to the edge here, it's still going to cover it. Now, I don't want it on this piece because then I won't be able to open my card. So it's got to be right there at the edge of that. So I turned it over like this because I only want dimensionals on this side right here. So that's what I'm doing. I think I need to cut some more here. Around the edges we go. All right. I'm gonna pop there and here. I'm just holding my finger here so I know where not to. Don't go past that. So that's what we need. Okay. And then we're going to turn this over and put this down right here. So I'm going to come right to the edge, just like that. Fantastic. All right, and then your card opens, just like that. Isn't that pretty? The sparkle, I mean, I'm telling you, it doesn't do justice through this camera, that's for sure. All right, we are going to use these buttons, and what I will tell you is you can use a mini glue dot on the back of this little circles that I've punched out. You'll have these punched out for you of the glitter and the glitter paper, and they go right on, they fit right on the glue dot. Okay, then I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to put it right in the center of my button to cover up those holes. And this is just so glittery beautiful. I love it. So this will give you an idea. If you have our old punches, you know, that's what I used, is our old, I don't know, what is this, a 1/4 inch or 1/4 inch? Yeah, I think this might be the small 1/4 inch punch. All right, so there's that. So see what I've done? See the difference in the buttons? You can see the holes in the one side, and then the glitter is on the others. So we're going to take one, and it's going to fit. I'm going to get my pick tool. Now, here's another thing, guys. This sticky stuff on these buttons, it is the whole button. So if it goes down, that's where it stays. You can't hardly get it up. You can't. So I'm going to go sideways with my lines. Notice where my lines are. I'm going to go sideways with the lines, just like the rest of the paper on this particular one. So that goes in the center there. This one, let's pick this up, and you could do one here and one here. I don't know, one here, one here. I'll do this one the opposite. Let's do one here. Put these on the top, and the other one I have on the bottom. So give you two different ideas. Whichever way you like, better. Whoops, I want this sideways. Sideways. There we go. All right. Okay, that's card number 3. Which way do you like? Having the sparkle on the 2 buttons on the top or the bottom? Top of the sparkle or bottom of the sparkle? They're both gorgeous. Love, love, love. All right. Now, I don't know about you guys. I know what my favorite card is. Tell me which one of the 4 is your favorite card. I'm going to go ahead and move this stuff out of the way, show you the 4 cards, and then I'm going to show you the cards for the July blessing box if you want to go with the, if you want to do the Christmas in July box, which is the stitch stocking. Or if you don't want Christmas in July, then I'm going to be using all of Flutter bundle. I don't have all my samples done yet, okay? So, there's that. And let me grab all the cards, okay? There's that one. And there's that one. And last but not least, this one, okay? So let's see, we've got, I don't know if I can get them all in here. I'm going to try. I think I can. Try to get my stuff out of the way. You can get a screenshot of the samples if you want. Okay. One more try. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. There is a screenshot for you. I'm going to pull this up on my phone and see, make sure that you can get the screenshot and see. There we go. Maria says top, bottom, and top. Others, okay. All right, how's that? So, you could say snowflake card, quilting card, stocking, stars. How's that? Number 2, Sue DeVue. This number 2, good deal. All right. I think I love them all. I think they're, I really do like them all. But again, I think, I don't know. I really like the sparkle, but I love the stocking too. So, well, good, Sue. I'm glad you like them all. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. The one with the stocking, yep, it is so cute. It is. It really is. Lynn says the one with the stocking. Number 1, Maria, Sparkle City. I know it. I know it. Yep. So if you're watching the replay, let me know which one is your favorite. I would love to hear from you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move these samples, and I'm going to show you the blessing box samples. Taran says 3 and 4. Snowflake. Yep, yep, yep. Good deal. All right, let me put my phone back up here, and we're going to go ahead and let me just share with you the cards for the blessing box, and they're over here. Girls, I tried to be original, okay? I really did try my best. I did copy one card that I absolutely loved, but the rest of them are my originals. And I just was pinning a bunch of cards that I loved, and the quilted one that I'm going to show you, you'll see which one it's you may have seen it, but the rest of these are my originals that I came up with the design. Now let me show you this. I love this, and I used the stamps. Okay, I used the stamps, and I created the stamping, the quilting part in the stamping there. How do you like that? Okay, there's one card. This one, using that sparkle paper again, and again, I think they're fantastic. I love the designs. This one is a little bit of a fun fold, okay, and I love the cardinals, and so I wanted something to use those. Isn't that pretty? Hope you like those. And you'll see I did use the stamps and did some stitching on the side. This one, now, I wanted to incorporate the paper that is floral and not really Christmassy. And look what I came up with. Isn't this so pretty? Gorgeous, gorgeous. That is one of the dies. It cuts all that out. And then here is another one using the dies of the trees. Right? Excuse me. Here's another one that I used the stamp, the stitch stamp, and I did the stamping on my squares along with, and you can see I've got the sparkle paper underneath here. That was that little die cut I showed you right here. That's underneath the button. And last but not least, this is the one that someone else did, and I should have wrote it down. Gets you in the mood for holidays. I know, as hot as it is, sometimes we're like, ooh, cooler weather, but I'm still into summer, that's for sure. All right, this is the last design for the blessing box, and it's a lot of die cutting with the one of the die cuts in the set, and you will need the bundle in order to do this blessing box. But isn't that pretty? And she had hers a different way. I did mine in this way, but I loved it. Loved it. So fabulous. These are stamped. Okay, these 4 squares, those are stamped. This is designer paper. These 2 are designer paper. So, and one more. Let me show you this cute little. Oh, I've got 2 more to show you. Okay, here is a stocking. This is another one of the things that'll be in the blessing box. This is our flocked peaceful pine paper. Your sparkly paper. Okay, and I've looped this in here. You can make this into an ornament if you wanted to, or it can be a tag. Let me pull this if I can get a hold of it with my fingers. This can be a tag. Okay, and then last but not least, this design, let's see, Stampin' with Amore is who I followed to do this design, except I did my own thing. I used the gingham paper that's in the in color and the arch dies. It's just this is not in the blessing box. I just wanted to show you something else that I've done. And I put cheers, and you know what I thought? I thought what would be cute is you could put some of the something to drink in here and having the cheers. So, and I did use a sparkly button. This is the golden glow color. So, isn't that cute? And it stands just like that. So fun. So, I hope that you liked everything that you saw. I hope that you enjoyed the class. Again, I know some people have already, their class is going to be on their way. Let me get my, back to my face here. And if you want to order the class, you can let me know. There's a link that goes right to my RSVP. Blessing box link is in there. You can text me, email me, whatever works for you. So that, excuse me, is what I have for you this Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Do you guys know the year is half over? Crazy, crazy. That's what I think. So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will be back. I'll probably, actually, I have a couple projects already cut out and done. I think I might have a pop-in live a couple times this week. Bill still cannot be left alone. He's still, we're still working through things. So right now I'm kind of on a leave of absence from work. So I am home during the day. And when I get some time, I will pop in, and I have a couple things ready that either I'll record them and upload them in YouTube, or they'll be here on live. So I will let you know. Thanks for being here, you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Blessings.